Let's talk about what is a trademark under US law. So the first thing you should know is that what is commonly called a trademark actually is often colloquially used to refer also to what is a service mark, which is related but not quite the same. So basically, whether a trademark or a service mark, you're talking about a mark that is used in commerce on goods or services that identifies and distinguishes those goods or services from others. So basically, it's a parallel definition in terms of using something to identify your source from others. So if you look at some of the images at the top, you may recognize Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, and the Apple logo as all indicating a specific source of where you would get coffee, computers, or donuts. Now, there are certain things that cannot be a trademark. What could not be a trademark? Well, any word that is generic for a class of goods or services. So the thing that you eat called an apple cannot be a trademark for that particular fruit, even though the word apple works fine in terms of the computer store that also now sells iPads and phones. Also, you cannot have a valid trademark if the mark is descriptive of some aspect of goods or services unless it has secondary meaning. And by descriptive, we mean it describes something about it. So if you think about ivory soap, the color ivory does describe one aspect of the soap. It has other characteristics, but that makes it descriptive. That said, today, people probably think of ivory and they know, well, that is that brand of soap. They're not thinking it's every bar of soap that is that color. So today, it could be a trademark because it has that secondary meaning that means it's from a specific source. Now, the last thing we haven't talked about yet on this slide is Monopoly game. How is that relevant? Well, basically, it ties back to the basic definition. You can have a valid mark even if people don't remember the exact source name. So for example, if you don't remember the manufacturer of Monopoly, but you know it comes from one particular company, that is still totally valid. And what that also means is if you are the only maker of a unique product, that can still be a valid trademark. So let's move on. You might be wondering why you would have a trademark. Well, basically, a trademark gives you the right to prevent others from using the same or similar mark on similar goods or services to avoid confusion among consumers. Otherwise, if everything was labeled Crest for toothpaste, how would we know which one to buy, even though they were different manufacturers? Now, in terms of trademarks, here are some examples. Are these all trademarks? The answer is yes. And moreover, you should see that a trademark is not only a word like McDonald's or Skippy, but it can be a symbol like the big M or even Mickey Mouse. Yes, Mickey Mouse, an image can be a trademark because he identifies the Disney company. So that's why it's a valid trademark. You may also notice that there are multiple marks for some of these. So on the Skippy peanut butter logo, the word Skippy is a trademark. And also above that, it says Fuel the Fun, which is a separate trademark that is also on their product. And finally, you could also even have a trademark on a sound. So you listen to this. That probably is something you've heard before, and that signals one particular television source, NBC. So you may not remember which one it is, but you know there's only one TV channel that has that, and so that's a valid trademark. So that's a quick intro to some things about trademarks. Thanks.